It's The Vibe with Tanya Rad and EJ, and I'm so excited to have our next guest on the show. Welcome, Knox, to The Vibe.
What is going on? Thanks for having me. I'm so stoked.
Okay, first of all, I'm so excited to talk to you because I will never forget when I was in the car and I heard Not the 1975 for the first time. I was like, what is this song?
That's so sick.
It really kind of, and I listen to music all the time, 24/7, and that song kind of stopped me in my tracks.
That's amazing. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I loved it so much. And then I was like, Knox, I'd never heard of you before. So I started doing all my digging, my stalking, my researching. And I want to start with that song because I just feel like it really had a life of its own.
Yeah, it really has. It's kind of crazy. I put this song out. The song's been out since like July. So it recently has kind of taken on this whole, just like, I don't even know what's happening. The fact that you're sitting here saying, I found you on the radio, that's just a crazy sentence in itself. I'm like, what is going on? But yeah, man, I'm super grateful. The song, it's changing my life every day. So
I want to talk about the night that it was born.
Yeah.
So the concept came to you. Basically, it was you were out and this girl was just like, you're not the 1970s. First of all, does the girl that you wrote the song about know that you wrote the song about
No,
her?
I don't even know the person. So listen, I was trying to be cool. I went up to a girl and I was like, what up? Whatever, trying to be cool. And we had a 30-second conversation and I told her I had a record deal and she was like, I don't care. You'll never be Matty Healy. And then I was like, all right. And then that was pretty much it. That was the extent. I never got her name. It was a big L on my part, turned into a big W. So
totally.
I'll take it. So I'm sure she wouldn't even know,
Right. Wouldn't even connect the dots.
Yeah, exactly. It was such a brief, but I just remember it being hilarious. Like I remember like somebody saying that to me and I was like, that is so funny that's how I got turned down.
I know, honestly, kind of like savage.
Right? It's like, okay. I was like, well, shoot. All right, you made your point clear. So,
like, even if I didn't want to entertain somebody, I would be nice about it.
Right?
Yeah.
No, it was very funny, and so honestly, I'm grateful.
Yeah, because then the song was born.
Yeah, it was so funny. I was on the phone with my sister yesterday, and she was going through all these boy problems, whatever, and she was like. She said, oh, what did she say? She was like, I need to put myself out there. And I was like, hey, I put myself out there once, and now I have a song on the radio. So I was like, the good things can happen. I was like, so just go for it. So
like I said, it was a big L. It turned into a W.
Yeah.
It's so true. It happens so much in life.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. I also just feel like the song is so catchy. Have you heard from anybody from the 1975 or Matty Healy about the song?
I actually did get DM'd by Matty. It was so funny. He DM'd me and it said, congrats on the song. Now give me $1 million. That's what he said. And I was like, sir, legally you cannot do this. No, no. I responded. I was like, I'll give you anything you want. I love you. It was so cool though. I'm like such a 1975 fan, and I'm especially like a Matty Healy fan, like especially as a performer. I've seen so many videos, and I feel like I've learned so much just from watching him and his art and his craft, and so it was really cool to just know that he's heard it.
I know. And so you said that this song came out in July, and like it's still just popping off.
Yeah.
What has the response been like? Like, have you, when you go out in public places, does anybody recognize you? Like, have you seen that kind of progress?
Very, very rarely. Like in Nashville, it's one thing. Like I'll get recognized in Nashville because it's where I live, so I'm kind of like, that's one thing. But yeah, very rarely. I'm not at that point yet, but we'll see. My mom thinks I am though. My mom is like, so when you go to Kroger, like, what's it like? And I'm like, it's exactly like when you go to Kroger. It's really crazy. So yeah, maybe one day we'll see.
Yeah, I imagine though, because I don't know. To me, I'm not even kidding you. I think I've had the song on repeat for months now.
I appreciate that.
Like,
Thank
I don't
you.
know what your streaming numbers are, but a lot of them have come from me.
Dude, surprisingly, they're not that crazy. Like, they're not that crazy. We're working on it, though. We'll see. But, so that being said, I need you to stream it more, is what I'm trying to say.
I got you.
I appreciate it.
I wonder, when you were saying that you and Matty were DMing, I feel like they should have you open up for their show.
Hey, I agree. Matty or anybody from the 1975, I would love to. I would be honored. It'd be amazing.
I think that would be really smart on their part if they had you open up for their show.
Well, and like I've had people say that, and I've had people be like, "Oh, we don't know if that like matches up." But then I found out 2 days ago that Travis Scott once opened for 1975. Exactly, that's exactly what I thought. So if he can do it, then I'm not that far.
Totally.
Like terms of like difference of music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
But
we'll see.
I heard that you were listening to like Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, All American Rejects. Those were kind of like your inspirations when you were growing up. And to me, you kind of embody all of them in one.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely I listened to all those, especially like musically wise, like because I had this huge phase where I was super into singer-songwriters, and so when I started making my own music, I was like, man, it'd be so cool to write songs like singer-songwriters and very, very song-written songs. You know what I mean? Like almost like Nashville style, but then having big, huge drums and big electric guitar solos and just something that you could fill in an arena. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that you're not from. And you live in Nashville, you're not from LA, but you spend a lot of time out in LA.
Yeah, I spend a good amount out here.
I don't know if you know, but Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy does kind of tend to linger around in public areas in the Valley.
Dude, it's funny that you bring that up. Pete actually, he DM'd me like 3 weeks ago, and it was so funny because I've seen Fall Out Boy like 13 times. Like, I love Fall Out Boy. And they were probably like, I think the first song I ever knew, like that was like my first ever favorite song was... It's called Sophomore Slump or Comeback of the Year. It's on the From Under the Corkscrew record. So I've known them forever. And Pete DM'd me, and he was like, hey, man, big fan. And I was like, hey, Pete Wentz, I'm also a big fan. I was like, that's quite nice of you to say. And so I actually, to be honest, I was supposed to, when I was out here, he told me to message him when I was out here, and I totally forgot. So
how much longer are you out here?
The next like two
hours.
hours. Yeah, literally 2 hours.
Oh,
I have to fly to Vegas after this. So
shoot, next time.
Yeah, next
you
time.
have to hit him up.
Next time. Yeah, it's been cool though. I've had this weird kind of connection with Pete because he signed an artist called Games We Play, and they have a song called Get a Job, and I actually sang the original demo of that song. So Pete has like known me, but not really known me, and then I guess I don't know if my buddy Emin had put him on to me or whatever, but yeah, he messaged me. It was just so funny because he's so casual. He was like, big fan.
I
was
love
like,
that. That makes me so... He seems like that kind of guy.
Yeah, he seemed very nice. It was super cool. I mean, that's like one of my idols, and so to have him like even know who I am is crazy.
Well, I feel like you're going to be getting a lot of that more and more often.
We'll see. I hope so.
I hope so. I think so. And I know you're gearing up to go on tour at the beginning of April. Mm-hmm. How long are you going to be on tour for?
It's very short. So we actually split the tour into two. We just finished up East Coast. And so we're doing West Coast. I think it's like 8 or 9 shows, but because it's West Coast and there's longer travel, I think we're gone like 2.5 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks. So just a quick guy, but then right when we get off, we got more tour plans that I'm so excited about, and then we have a bunch of just things. I have to stop myself before I like ruin it. Like I get in trouble.
Was it another? Well, because I know you have Me, Myself, and Your Eyes right now.
Yeah.
That is the single.
Yes, ma'am.
How was this song born?
Dude, it was actually just a song that actually came from a true story. So me and my girlfriend, her name's Alicia. She's wonderful.
Hi, Alicia. We love you.
Yes, we love her. We love to spend a lot of time watching New Girl and staying on the couch and things like that. And we went to somebody's birthday party, and I remember being like, and I feel like it's typical that most people this happens, but I remember being like, the last thing I want to be doing right now is here. Like, I love my friend that had a birthday, but I just want to be at home
watching New Girl with my girlfriend.
With you and my dog and just like hanging. And so the very next day, I wrote the song with 2 friends of mine. Well, now friends of mine. I wrote it with this guy Dan Swank and this other guy David Hodges. And David's really cool because not that Dan's not cool. We love Dan Swank.
Love Dan.
Yeah. But David is just somebody I've known for years and years. He's a really big songwriter. He was in the band Evanescence, and yeah, and he wrote like 1,000 Years by Christina Perri. He wrote some Ed Sheeran songs, like huge cuts. So I remember that day I was like, all right, I gotta lock in. Because as a new artist, when you meet these big songwriters, my label, they'll be like, you gotta get with Knox. He's crazy in the writers' rooms. But then I've had times where I show up. And I'm not that crazy.
You're not feeling it.
Yeah, it's just like any other day. You have bad days at work, and it's no different than making songs. And so I was really excited for that day and like looking forward to the challenge. And I feel like I brought my A game that day. And David took me and Dan out to lunch after, and I just got to pick his brain about a lot of stuff. And yeah, it was really cool. So that song means a lot to me, like personally.
And then so do you have plans to release more and more, or like what's the plan for you moving forward?
Oh yeah, we're not stopping. All 2024, we got music coming out all year. We're not like no breaks, no nothing. We're putting out music. We have so many songs and so many songs that I think are amazing. So I'm really excited to share them with the world.
Well, for what it's worth, I know you're not the 1975, but I think you're better.
Oh, I didn't say that 1975. I didn't say that. I love you guys, but I appreciate that.
I love the 1975.
Thank
I
you.
really do. But like I really think to me, especially that song in particular, and I think as I was listening to me myself in your eyes, I feel like you just have this vibe and this energy, and your music is so fresh and cool, but it also does have a lot of the elements of kind of the people that you were inspired by.
Thank you.
And I love your personality. So just really, I wish you all the best, and please come back to the Vibe whenever you're in LA.
I would love to be back, and thank you for having me. It really is an honor to be here, so thank you.
Thank you.